contains milk and eggs. It's not vegan friendly. But these are delicious though.
Psst, hola, you should eat me because like I'm delicious.
No way, man, I'm on a diet right now.
Okay, listen, knock knock.
Who's there?
I'm delicious.
If you are what you eat, I'm a tater tot. And that's not who I wanna be. I wanna be fit and I wanna be free. Even if I gotta wait. Cause I don't wanna just feel good, I wanna feel great.
What's up, guys? Wanted to do a follow-up video from my video yesterday where I announced that I was going vegan. I talked with my wife this morning on the phone. She was surprised for sure, but we talked for about like 40 minutes just about what kind of that decision would mean for us as a family and stuff like that. And so I wanted to do kind of a follow-up video just talking about that decision to go vegan. And since I put that video out yesterday, some of you have either sent me a message or something like that, kind of explaining, I guess, more in depth what it means to be a vegan and stuff like that. It's not just the food side, but it's like animal products in general, like clothing and stuff like that, which isn't really what I'm focusing on. And so if that doesn't make me a vegan, then I guess I'm not one. I mean, I'm not like going around buying a bunch of gator boots or something like that.
What's up? Fresh is our turn, baby. Gator boots with the
If I'm not an authentic vegan to some of you, then that's fine. I get that. Okay, so when I say I'm a part-time vegan, what I was meaning by that is I plan on trying to not eat meat or animal products. So mainly just plant-based diet 5 days out of the week. That's what I'm gonna shoot for. I'll let myself slide on the weekends. I'm not just gonna go crazy and hit up all the buffets.
Let's go check out this buffet.
Holidays, I'm eating meat. Certain occasions I'm eating meat. If I'm with friends, stuff like that. Like, for example, yesterday, my dad, he hit me up and asked me to go to lunch, and he wanted to go to a barbecue restaurant. He didn't know about anything with like the, I'm going vegan or nothing like that. I hadn't put out the video yet. I didn't feel like it was the right time to like, say no or anything like that. I mean, I wasn't gonna say no at all, but I didn't even feel like, if we go to a barbecue restaurant and I don't get some kind of meat, I just don't want to put off like weird vibes with this thing, I don't want to come off as extreme. One of the things that me and my wife were saying is, it's pretty similar to like Christianity. You got some Christians who like turn people off from Christianity because of how they present their faith or their Christianity. If I'm too pushy and not really like even kind about it or sensitive about it, I'm probably not gonna attract anybody to what I have to say.
What you talking over here? Hey! I'm talking to you, sir. God bless you. I'm preaching.
A little bit about why I'm doing this to even begin with. When me and my wife got married, she was actually like pretty sick at our wedding, and leading up to it, she was just struggling with all kinds of health issues, and we went to doctors and did tests, and we never really found out what was going on. Since then, I just really started to actually research health studies and things about health and diet and nutrition and lifestyle. And I've come across all kinds of stuff, and like I said in the other video, sometimes it's hard to know what's true and what's not true, because it seems like for every study about this, there's an opposing study. And so So it's kind of in some ways like a trial and error. And I think that's another reason that I'm doing this and kind of being public about it, is because if I stick with it and I'm doing, kind of videos here and there, and, a year from now I look malnourished and depressed, I may have to reconsider what I'm doing, and it may be evidence to y'all that, maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be. But if a year from now I'm like looking healthy and better than I ever have, and not just physically, but if I'm mentally and spiritually like healthy, then that can be evidence that maybe some of these things actually work. It actually makes me think of the story in the Bible of Daniel. And if you're a Christian, you probably know a little bit about Daniel. Was thrown in the lion's den, came out not even a scratch on him. And one of the things in the book of Daniel, the very first chapter, in fact, let me find it. I'm gonna read it. So basically, there were a bunch of men who were chosen, men who were gonna be serving the king. The king was gonna give them meat. Daniel said, "Please test your servants for 10 days. Give us nothing but vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then compare our appearance with that of the young men who eat the royal food." Says at the end of the 10 days, they looked healthier and better nourished than any of the young men who ate the royal food. So, I mean, just that right there, like, that's a biblical story about how maybe eating vegetables can be better for you. And I'm not saying that this is like a command that you have to eat vegetables. Like Daniel, he wasn't like strictly vegetarian all the time, I don't think. I mean, it talks about him going in and out of periods of fasting and eating just vegetables and stuff like that. But he saw something in it. And I guess that's what I'm wanting to test. Like, is there something here that could really make me healthier? Like I said, not just physically, but even spiritually. I mean, Daniel, that dude, like, that's chapter 1. You read the next, 12 chapters or however many there are in Daniel. This dude is getting thrown in the lion's den and coming out alive. He becomes a dream interpreter for the king. I think this is kind of my chapter 1 on this part of my life. Now, I know there's other things that are equally important as diet and nutrition. I'm trying to get on track in terms of like getting in the Bible, praying, exercising, walking the dogs, that kind of stuff, playing basketball. I'm trying to do other things as well, and like I said, there will be times when I don't follow the diet plan as strict because certain exceptions. That lunch I had with my dad was one of the best lunches I think we've ever had. We talked about so much. I mean, we were probably there for nearly an hour and a half, 2 hours just talking, and that's more important to me. I gained from that, even though I had a little turkey plate, I gained from that more than had I just been all up in my head about, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. And so, for the most part, I'm gonna cut meat and animal products out of my diet. But like I said, I'm gonna be a little more loose than maybe some. And I'm sure there's still going to be certain questions that I have as I go forward and stuff like that. And another thing, I really don't want to put out like a bunch of videos and stuff that are all about like being vegan or vegetarian or whatever. Like I still want to make music. I do like talking about health, but that's going to be a small part of the stuff that I put out. I plan on doing a lot more, putting out a lot more music than I do, stuff about being a vegan. And so If you're just not into this whole diet stuff, then, you know, one day when I have my own Vivo channel on YouTube that'll, you know, have my music videos and stuff, you can just watch that, and I'll do these, you know, side videos on my own channel. But right now, you know, it's all on the same channel, so we'll see what happens from this point on. It's kind of exciting to watch. It'll be a neat little journey, neat little process. I think that's all I got. If y'all have any questions for me, anything like that, you know, leave a comment, send me a message or something like that. Alrighty. Hope y'all enjoy this video.